Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I put out a video of any kind, but if your friends or family here just to see my chickens, there they are, some of them, a few of them, had some really bad luck with them. Found a couple of dead wild birds that wound up in the yard, and I wasn't smart enough to realize the danger of that and didn't, so some of my birds are sick. But anyway, this video is not about these chickens. And it's not about family stuff. So y'all can click off. But those of you from the true crime community, y'all have seen me in the chat rooms. I want to talk about Don Wells and Summer Wells. Pretty much everybody knows that Don Wells is the father of the 5-year-old who went missing out of Tennessee back in June. She's still missing with no hints, no signs of what could have happened to her. So the controversy right now is not even about so much about she's missing as it is about the things that he's said since then. People who have come out and said things about him, and he's responded. So I actually made this video once before and deleted it, and that was back on Monday, and now it is Friday. So almost a work week ago, I was going to make this video. And what I want to talk about is the accusation. You see that goat? She does that all the time. If there's a chicken in her way, she'll do that. But anyway, the accusations against Don are about SA, it's an abbreviation that's used on YouTube, so you don't have to say the actual words, but it means an assault on a child of a certain nature, right? So, having survived that myself, I know the patterns, and the thing is that the person that I dealt with was never punished in any kind of way. It did finally come out when I was nearly an adult. I was 17 when it came out, and he was confronted, and part of his response was, "Oh, she couldn't even remember all that because she was 2 when it started. She was 2 when it started." Well, he was right. I didn't remember being back to 2. I thought it was around 3 or 4, but according to him, he started when I was just 2. These people are horrible. They're horrible. So when we survive it up until I was 11, I had this problem, and finally it ended just by coincidence when we moved. So I was very thrilled about moving. But when you have somebody like that in the family, you get to watch their progression, especially if the law is never involved, right? It's just a family matter. So the first thing that happens when one person comes out, unfortunately, it was me. I was the one who started the whole ball rolling, and somebody has to, right? So I finally told. I told a family member, as she couldn't hold it in. She was like, "Oh my God!" And she went and told other family members, and that's when the floodgates open, and that's what happens. And we've seen it already. So other people come forward, usually quite a few. So already there's been 4 more. So after Jeannie, the stepsister, came forward, there have been 4 more others who have said, "Yeah, we've had problems." That's just part of the pattern, I mean, that's how it starts. And then the person who is accused will start trying to turn the accusation back on you as much as possible. Now, he tried that with saying, "Oh, she instigated it," even after he admitted that she was 5 years old, which a 5-year-old is not a sexually mature being. They have no clue what you're talking about. So no 5-year-old can instigate that. Sorry. That's just not how it works, right? So him being 12 at the time, he was the instigator 100%. But he will turn it. He'll flip it. He'll try to flip it. So that's what he's already started to do. And when that doesn't work, then the accusations will become more broad, and they'll include more people. Well, if it wasn't that person's fault, it was everybody else's fault. I was in a situation. Quit biting the chicken. So he gets, online, and he does these interviews. But if that's brought up, he's like, "Oh no, that would never happen, and you're a sinner." Remember him calling Chris McDonough a sinner? Yeah. "Don't lie to me, Chris." Remember that? Well, Chris didn't need to. He's like, "Yeah, I'm a sinner, so show me one that's not." But not somebody that's doing that, right? Because there are levels of sins that society will forgive. And there are levels of sins that society says no. So now he's tried saying that it was the victim's fault. Now he's tried to accuse everybody else of just being sick-minded, right? And sinners, they're not supposed to look at it. He will divert, divert, divert. It will continue that way and get worse. He may even start blaming it on his own siblings. Oh, well, they just thought it was me. Something like that. But it's out. He's let it out. He's the one who said, yeah, maybe I hurt Jeannie. If I did, I'm sorry. I can tell you did. I can tell you did. But anyway, just be prepared now that Don may wind up in the hospital. Because these people can sometimes, make attempts. I think you know what kind of attempt I'm talking about that would put them in the hospital. They're usually not serious. They're usually, a bid for pity. Because pity is the last option open to them. Once this is out, the floodgates are open, people are coming out, the world realizes what has happened. And they're not going to accept that person back in because now they know exactly what he is. So the next step will be, I need pity. Well, he's already trying to use his daughter's disappearance, which is awful hinky, to get pity. And I do pity the man. No matter what happened, he has lost a daughter and he'll never get her back. He'll never get her back. Even if they were to find her, say, sold or some such, letting her back into that family, too much has been said. Too much has been revealed. It would be nearly impossible. He could see her as an adult, but I think we all know that this is not going there. We wish it would, she'd be found all healthy and happy somewhere because somebody stole her to protect her. Whatever, that would be great. That's not what happens to kids that end up in situations with SA. Almost never. If they get kind of lucky, they get a good foster home. If they don't get lucky, they get a worse home and foster home. So, it's not a good system we're using. But at any rate, I just needed to talk to the people out there who know. They already know. They've been through it. And if you've been through it, find you a platform. Go to a family member or friend and don't be afraid for it to come out. Don't be afraid for it to come out. I don't care if it happened yesterday or if it happened 50 years ago. Go ahead and talk about it. Go ahead. Because it's your right. It's your right. You don't have to be silent.